imagine that? Do you really want to know how
That
they
shit
really
would kinda
feel
hurt.
about that?
Nah, he knows how I
You
feel.
gotta progress after that, bro. It's progression. If somebody told you some white shit about you, you wanna progress.
What the fuck? Oh my god.
This is Great Apes Cafe. Motherfuckers got cut off with me.
Yeah, we out.
When you spill this much,
Jesus, cover your phone up, dude.
What phone is that?
Phone, get
Yes,
the
sir.
phone. Fix the phone. Wipe the phone off.
Do that,
Wipe
bro.
the phone off.
I feel bad for you, son.
Grab the phone.
I got 90 problems with my phone. Ain't one.
Shit's already fucked up.
Can you
So.
hear me? Oh, yeah, sure.
Listen, bro.
It's lit. I'm weak.
Bro, the thing is,
See, that's what happens when you hang out with your Uncle Elroy. I'm your Uncle Elroy.
Hey,
And niggas
yo,
don't know.
shout
I'm
out
your
to
Uncle
Uncle
Elroy.
Okay, Elroy.
Starring Timothy Rock, that boy Mell, Ted Talking, Kasey Broadwater, ABA Wirdo. We smacked.
This is Great Apes Cafe. My name is Timothy Raw.
I'm
Yes, sir.
a weirdo with the weird shit. You already know what I'm saying.
Yeah, this is Mell. Back like I never left.
Never left.
Kasey.
Ted Talking, smack this fault. You already know.
And before we get into the situation of discussion, I need to ask my nigga AB.
What's up, man?
I need to ask him, why did he ask me earlier if what I said about Muhammad?
Oh, why do you refer? Do you refer to? I guess for me, because I'm Muslim, it'd be Muhammad, but in like, what would you say, layman's terms or like English terms for people who are like Christian and stuff like that?
Mic
Be
check, brother.
Moses.
Mic.
What's up? Am I?
Microphone check. Talk with conviction.
Yo.
I'm gonna say this: Muhammad is Muhammad, and Moses is separate.
Am I good, buddy?
Do you think Moses is separate from Muhammad? I think so.
It's hard to say. It really is. Cause like you gotta think translations. So like for someone like me who's a born again Muslim, like I'm not born of Middle Eastern descent. My dad is Hispanic and was born in Honduras. And my mom is American but has Italian and French descent. She was born in America.
Shout out to my Hondurians. That's I don't know if I said
the
that.
cracrachos, you know what I'm saying?
Yo.
Man, you look like a Hispanic Russ.
Yo.
What they want.
Don't make me take my hat off. Don't make me take my hat off.
Don't take that off.
What you talking about?
What
What you talking about?
know this
What
what
you
they
talking
want.
All right. Shout out to my homeboy Angel. R.I.P. the Lotito.
The Hondurans?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to my nigga Frankie.
Yeah, they get buck wild.
Okay,
Nah,
so-
he's
They
not
don't take no
Honduras,
shit.
but he's a representative of the Latino
So
nation.
you're the host. This is y'all's and
I
Homeboys.
hate that I say that. I feel like I'm
But
like
this
an
is y'all's and
executive.
Homeboys podcast. This y'all. He's behind the scenes, my man. Let me get shout out to my man's behind the camera. What the name one time?
DJ
DJ
Barbarian.
Barbarian. He in the background.
No, yes, this you gotta say it like this.
DJ Barbarian, the most savage of them all.
That need to be the drop.
Yes, sir.
Cuff
But,
your chick.
So, should I explain like should I just give like a brief like who I am? I guess
You
in a
can,
little-
but I wanted to, you still haven't answered my question
What's up?
100%. Why do you ask me that question?
All right, this is what I was
Full
saying.
time.
Okay, so I am from upstate New York,
Shout out
Rochester
to-
area.
Brooklyn.
Shout out to my niggas in Brooklyn, boy. Go, continue.
I am from upstate. I'm from Rochester.
Shout out to
and
Yonkers.
You already know. So growing up, I would be American,
Right.
like or you would say Latino American. So like my mom was born and raised in New York,
Okay.
but my dad moved here from Honduras when he was 14. So that would make me Latino American because my dad is from the motherland.
Right.
Like,
Right.
so what I try, and especially when it comes to that, like race wise, like I try to tell people, like, if you hear someone say they're Haitian American, that means they have like first generation or second generation grandparents or parents who are from the motherland.
Facts.
Right.
If your parents are born here and were raised here, you are American.
Right, that makes sense.
Right. This is a shout out to some of my Asians. I got friends who first or second generation are born in America, yet they speak fluent Chinese
Mm-hmm.
and they live in Chinatown. You know who you are. I
That
won't
should
say
be
your name.
fucking me
Granted,
up. No
with
cap,
with
bro.
that statement, I feel like they are more in touch with their culture.
Right.
Therefore, they can associate themselves
Right.
with China. When I hear them say, "I'm Chinese American."
Like, I'll definitely say with my growing up, I was very more. I would say more in tune with my Spanish or Hispanic or Latino because it's Central America, Honduras.
¿Hablamos
More in,
español?
no,
No.
poquito.
Oh.
Poquito.
Okay.
Wait, CC?
Así,
Sí.
I would say I'm more in tune with my Hispanic side of the family than I am like my mom's side with being French and Italian because like even her mom was born in America. She lived in Hawaii for a little bit and then she lived in
I can see
Cali
the
for a
Italian.
little bit.
Okay, shout out to my Italians.
It's the hair, bro. It's the hair. I'm telling you,
It's the
the
nose.
hair.
That's what comes down. The hair and nose.
That nose.
Mamma
Nose.
mia.
Mamma mia. But yeah, go ahead.
Gabagool.
You want a pizzeria? You want a
These are
calzone,
nuts.
Tony? What are you looking at?
You want a pizza? You want a fucking pizza? You want a fucking pizza? You know what I'm saying? You want a fucking pizza?
Y'all both did it at the same
Oh,
time, bro.
hey, yo, what do you want from
Hey,
me?
Tony, what are you
Hey.
doing here, man? Get out of my way,
You
man.
bitch ass nigga, man.
This is Great Apes Cafe. This is a freestylable episode.
We should freestyle.
So right now,
But yeah. So like even like when it came down to my like aunts and uncles and stuff like that, like the more Hispanic side was like prevalent to me. Like I got the Italian side and like the French side and stuff like that, but it was more or less like what I'd say for like, I mean, am I using the right terms if I were to say African American or like the black culture? Like it's very family oriented.
I feel like anybody who's really Latino. And my dad is half Dominican.
Oh, really?
Yes.
See, that's something I didn't.
So I
see
can't
behind the
do-
scenes.
How can I claim something I don't feel like?
Because
I'm
see,
in
the
touch
thing is,
with
with people who are Dominican, like there are a lot of dark-skinned like Dominicans. Like
some
even
of my
for
Dominican
But
friends
it's
look
Even
black
different
to me.
Central
levels.
America as well,
Even
and
to
Central
getting to
America.
say nigga, but it's
Token,
a lot of
so
different
Token,
levels.
What is your heritage? What is your ethnicity? Like, are your parents?
African American, Irish, and Egyptian.
So is your mom like? Is
Oh,
she
hell no.
color? Or is she
Not
of
even.
color, or is she?
But my mom is fully African American. My
Okay.
dad is Irish and Egyptian.
So is he of this fair skin? Is he like Caucasian? Or is he?
no,
or is
no,
he
fuck
mixed?
no, hell
He's
no.
mixed?
He's dark skinned as
He's
fuck,
dark.
but
He's
like
a dark skinned Irish.
dark skinned Irish, yeah, dark
See,
skinned
you don't
Irish
see
and
that
Egyptian.
a lot. You don't. Like for being an Irish
My nigga,
descent,
bro, they just found a British fucking Hispanic, bro. Not just found, that's the
Hispanic?
fucking word, bro. But it's a Hispanic
Somebody made
British
a new
nigga.
discovery today. Nah,
How do you talk?
curious
bro?
I'm gonna
about
tell you this though, right
how
now.
you tied your culture.
a lot
how you
of,
tied
a
your
lot
culture to
of
Egypt.
crazy.
during the African slave trade that started in 1200s, 1300s, right? This is years ago. You had a lot of conquistadors.
Yo, that's a fire ass word.
Yeah, the
Conquistador.
fire.
I've used that in some bars. bro.
Lucha, lucha.
From Spain, who harbored slaves who was from Africa. And during the African slave trade, that was transported from where? From Africa to where?
Yo,
To the
To
southeast,
South
South America, to Portugal, to
what's
to
that?
Honduras,
What's that
to
word for
Dominican
like?
Republic, Boricua.
What's that word for like a handsome devil that was like a conquistador? Desperado.
Desperado.
Like
That too.
I love.
What I'm getting at is you have a lot of people
Desperado.
who are conquistadors. Some Spaniards who are very, very dark skinned.
Yes,
Dominicans, Puerto Ricans.
because you gotta.
Because they all of those islands at one point, all of those countries was a part of the
black people,
African slave trade.
yeah.
But
black
look how
people in
close,
America
look
at
how
one point
close
in
those
time.
countries were to the equator. Like if you're
That's
if
true.
you look at like where our countries are now, because like when there was at one point when all the countries we have now that we see, like Russia, Africa, North America, South America, Central America, they were all connected at one point,
Right.
and it was Pangea.
Mhm.
So when those countries broke apart, obviously some countries closer, hence myself, and even you, like
But
Tim,
people,
Dominican Republic.
I have to interject. When we talk
ahead.
about Pangea, we talking about more than 250,000 years ago.
Yes,
We talk about millions of years ago.
but when I'm
So
trying to
when I'm getting at, I have to interject again. I'm so sorry.
go ahead.
When you say Pangea, you talking pre-Homo sapien. Okay, continue.
So even though I'm talking pre-Homo sapien, so like obviously there's barely any technology. Maybe the wheel was just invented. Maybe.
Right?
Maybe. Because we're talking about if the wheel's invented, so many other things are being invented, like horse and buggy, carriage, wheelbarrows.
You think in the
Simple
time of
shit like that.
Pangea? You know, Pangea was in the time of the dinosaurs.
Yes.
Okay.
So what I'm trying to say is like, if everything was one landmass at that one time, like across the board, some people were closer to the equator, which is closer to the sun, and some people were further away. So that's gonna dictate your pigment.
Which is why
Yes,
race doesn't really
I have
exist.
to
Exactly.
interject. I have to
You see what I'm
interject.
getting
Yeah,
there, and I
yeah.
knew you was.
I see where
knew
you
you
coming
was
from.
thinking on it.
But
race
I
doesn't
have to
really
say,
exist.
he was talking between. He's talking within the last 500,000 years. He can't say in the last 250 million years
Okay,
because
so
DNA wise, we only 200,000 years old.
okay, but if
We
we're
became Homo sapien within 200,000 years. Continue. I'm so sorry.
no, you're good. So what I'm trying to get at is like so we all know what we know is like racism or systemic racism, like right
Classism,
now, like
sexism.
That
And
shit
this'll-
been alone.
and this will bring Casey
while,
and this
my
will bring
nigga.
Casey into the conversation. Like she is
Yeah, we gotta. Hey,
she is-
white girl.
lemon water in the
Oh,
building. You already know it in it.
Guy.
So like she's, I mean, would it be right
She's
for me
white.
to say Caucasian?
She's a white. She's a white.
Would you
woman.
prefer white or Caucasian?
European American.
Caucasian sound deadly.
Huh?
Why is that funny?
Caucasian.
Why am I laughing? Wait, why?
So
I'm the white
Bruh,
bitch.
I'm telling you, she has to mind her
Whatever.
own
So,
black
I'll
grandma.
Duke's mayonnaise in the
I'm telling
house.
you, bruh, it's-
because I see it.
Microphone check. Hold on. Microphone check. Not you, Casey.
Oh, your titty fuck.
Titty fuck.
Nah, but I see what you're saying though. Like it's almost like adaptation. You know what I'm saying? As things change, as the weather change, like people have to expand. They have to adapt.
Exactly.
So race
yes.
doesn't never really existed. It was just more the fact
Right.
of that's why they call white people
Mhm.
Caucasian because they were from the Caucasus Mountains
Right.
in
What is
Europe. You know what I mean?
So like they
They
adapted.
adapted to their environment, which made their
What the
pigment
fuck?
lighter.
So
We
whether-
stayed in tropical
Caucasus
weather,
That's
which
right.
made our skin.
So whether that
darker.
mean I speak a different language from you, but 500,000 years ago, like
There's no
those
telling how
people
we
over there and
communicated.
those people over there wouldn't have known that.
Right.
Like
It's almost come.
They
That's
just
but
lived
that's
as if.
America has classified race, and like that's why black people couldn't even get in the military for a
We're
long time
stupid.
because they thought that our minds
the
were
Western-
so
speaking someone
animalistic and like
no. You're
like-
right. They studied what's old
no
science,
barbaric. Like we
which
couldn't
we know now to be false. It's called eugenics. When they thought that white is superior, and black is inferior.
Mhm.
Eugenics is trash science. But yeah, absolutely right. You're right.
speaking of
listening.
someone who's done 6 years.
How he
like-
still didn't answer my question.
Oh shit.
Hold on, what was the original
Oh,
question
okay,
again?
okay,
Because
let me-
I
let me-
don't
let me-
first.
let me-
right now, I'm the tipsiest person on the podcast right now.
I don't know about that.
So
I'm a
so-
small guy. Like
No,
if
I'm
I
not
stood
even-
up
feel
right
like kinda
now, I'd be a
normal.
shrimp.
I've been drinking all day.
I'm looking level headed.
I've been
You
drinking
can be
all
a big shrimp. You
day.
can be an oxymoron. You can be a
I've been
jumbo
drinking all
shrimp.
day.
Yo,
Nah,
You know-
nigga, no,
you know how
no,
in
no,
the-
no, no.
you know how in the Senate, you know how in this, you know how in the Senate the table the chairs are matched so everyone looks the same
Bro,
height.
what's the best alcohol you ever tasted in your life?
Hold on,
nigga?
before we get on that subject,
What's the
Fuck
best?
consider, nigga.
He's
What's
still-
what you like?
Brown
Nigga.
or white, nigga.
let me take off the mic. He still didn't answer my fucking question.
All right, let's get back. Okay, so your question was why did I ask you whether you refer to it as Moses or
Muhammad.
Muhammad?
Right. Why did you ask that?
Ali.
Because
Good
I
one.
feel like they're different.
Y'all ain't shit.
only in the way I see it as like they're two different stories. So you wouldn't say like Of Mice and Men is like a Stephen King
wait.
book.
So you're saying they're the same character in different books?
Yes, so you wouldn't refer to them as the same. So like for super dumb
He's
reasons.
not talking about the band.
So say like Satan was perceived as God in one story, which would be considered what Satanism, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Shout out
God was
Satan.
perceived as Satan in another story, but used as the term Satan. You wouldn't refer to that character as God.
Shout out
It
God.
depends on, I'm gonna be honest with you. There's some books out there that state that God itself is the evil character, and Lucifer
Oh
is
yes,
stated as
sir.
positive.
Well,
real?
Now,
It
that's a
depends
different.
on that. I never
that is
heard
a
of
different.
that.
That's a different topic. A
topic.
lot of
That's
people will
crazy.
talk like,
Are
"What the
y'all
fuck you mean?"
religious?
A lot of
That's
people say
nuts.
what I just said was sacrilegious because that go against
Right.
the main gospel.
Right.
The
Yeah.
gospel
But what
of
I'm trying to
John,
say is
the
if
gospel of
if
Peter.
one character is a part of a story or like certain kind of book.
But there's dark, there's lightness, nigga.
I'm gonna
There's
answer
light
your question.
everywhere,
Well,
nigga.
let me give
So
you a
who the,
statement.
what
I'ma
the
give
fuck do
you-
you choose, nigga?
So
at
what I'm
that
trying
point,
to say is like for the Quran, from what I've learned as being a born again Muslim, like from Moses being referred to as Muhammad in the Quran, I'm not gonna refer to him as Moses because when I read the Quran, it
You
says
interpret him
Muhammad.
as-
Let me
that,
before
right.
I answer your question, do you think Moses is also Muhammad? And if so, why you think that? Ooh. I hit it, didn't it?
hey, well, I don't know what the fuck y'all. Look, I'm not a religious person, but I'm telling you, everybody got their positives and their negatives.
No,
bruh.
you
no.
matter
I've
what
been
the
trying
fuck
to
it
answer.
is,
I've been
bruh.
patient. Wait. I get to answer all your questions. I want to know, what do you think, sir? Do you think Moses is Muhammad? And then I will
Well,
tell
if he
you,
says he's a born again
I know
Muslim, he can only he's gonna lean
I
towards.
want to know what he think though.
That's again, that's hard for me to say. So like I've been doing like
Research?
I served this country for almost 6 years now, and
Shout out to my veterans, United
Yes.
States military,
I
all
love
5
y'all.
branches.
so
Rob.
I started getting into the Muslim faith when I met a bunkmate of mine who really he didn't really start teaching me, but like I've always been interested in it, and it feel like, you know how some religions have a calling for you, you resonate with it more.
Mhm.
So like he was kind of talking to me about it, and like I heard him pray a couple of times, even though I didn't understand what he was saying. Like it almost spoke something
Oh shit,
to
he
me.
spoke his Arabic, the original tongue of Islam.
So it kind of spoke something to me. So like I've only been practicing for like the last, let's say, 2.5 years. So
Okay.
like I've
Shout
been
out
through
to all my Muslims, all my Abdullah. Shout out to you. Assalamu alaikum.
I've been through like one Ramadan now, and
Nigga,
that's
we
like
got a
40
lot of Arab stores. in
That's like
here, my
45.
nigga.
That's 45 days of fasting, if I'm not wrong. Don't quote me on that, but that's crazy. That is so much self-discipline. That's nuts.
It's very hard.
I will tell you the one thing that draws me into Islam is the fact that Malcolm X is one of my favorite leaders, civil rights leaders, black leaders, whatever you want to call them.
He's a bad man, though.
But I just think about it when he
because
says
he
this.
represented the nation of Islam.
Not
No,
that.
no,
the Nation
no,
of
no.
Islam is different from
yeah,
being.
yeah.
That's different from being a real Muslim.
No.
Let's just put it that way.
He was a bad man.
They're more
though.
militant.
Woo.
I
That
will
was
say
not
this.
one dude to fuck with, man.
But I will say
Malcolm
this,
X
he
is not a
always
dude to
said
fuck
that,
with,
yeah.
dude. He's a bad
Islam was the
motherfucker.
black man's natural religion, because if you look at 80% of Africa, 80% of Africa's population is Muslim. You look at the Middle
Even South
Eastern,
Africa.
you look at the Middle Eastern influence. But guess what? As black people, when we were brought over to America, we were stripped of all our native language, all our native religion, all our native everything.
So
we were
I
taught
forgot
to
how to
believe
swim.
in
I
Christianity.
agree about 45% on that statement. Yes.
So do you mind if I call you John?
Sure.
So let me ask you this. So let's bring it down to
He still didn't answer my question.
I would give up.
Nigga, answer that shit, nigga. What are you doing?
I thought we were gonna talk about sex. That's why I was on this podcast talking about sex.
We're gonna get to that in a minute. Miss.
Nah. Just go ahead and answer that shit,
He still did not answer my
cuz.
question. Who brought them on this podcast?
That
Was it
is
you,
the
DJ
answer.
Barbarian? Was it you, Jamel?
I think
Nah,
it was
I don't
the
even-
Ted.
Nah, bro, no. Let's
Definitely Ted.
But we
can
was
I ask
talking
you
about
like
this
a couple of
beforehand.
questions, bro?
He still didn't answer my question.
He
No,
doesn't
He
know.
don't.
Damn, that's
he
a lot of
can't.
questions.
If
You
you,
got a lot of
if he
questions for
resonates
you.
with one,
I mean, let me just go on this. I'm gonna tell
Side.
you what I believe.
Follow that energy.
Before I answer his question, I'm gonna state this. This is a statement. I question religion, but I don't question God.
facts.
I try to. One day, I went to a friend of mine at the port. I won't say her name. I won't say his name. I won't say the people's name. But I try to get them. I try to get them to subscribe to my podcast. And they
They
are
learn a lot, man.
They
They
are.
learn a
They
lot.
are
Why the fuck
representative.
Amish got
They are
websites
a
now?
representative of Christians. But the thing was,
My
I was
nigga.
judged. I said I have a little bit of
Can
profanity
you,
on my
hey,
podcast.
can you answer that question
And
real
the, and the
quick?
biggest thing, hold on. The biggest thing was they judge.
I don't
One
think
thing I
we've
don't like
used
about
any profanity yet. None.
right now,
None.
fuck. I just so I'm getting
Fuck you talking about?
Bob,
Bitch, shit,
why?
asshole.
Bob, why?
Titty bitch, fuck,
Yo,
pussy ass.
What I'm getting at is this, though. Like, people, I found people who represent the Christian faith is the first to judge. When Jesus
Yes,
walked on the earth,
sir.
and he's
I
mentioned
love you,
in the
grandma,
Quran as a
granddad.
messenger.
But yeah.
When Jesus walked this earth, he never once said it's a Christianity. He said to get get to me is to get to God.
It's the faith.
That's the faith.
You have to go.
And that's also
through me to
a
get to
Muslim
There's
God.
no.
way.
There's no
Isn't that a
name.
Muslim way? He was Christian now.
Yes.
He never said there's such thing as
Actually,
Christianity.
Jesus was Jewish.
Jesus was Jewish, but he had some. I ain't gonna lie.
Whole time is
It's
about that
peace-
time right now.
To be Muslim is to be peaceful. Am I wrong?
That's why.
Am I wrong?
I will
It's
say
the
this.
music, yeah,
I
that
will say this
source,
about
that
all
source.
the.
You're not.
Hey, look, I will
Am I
say this
wrong?
about all the propaganda,
Come on.
about all the images that falsely portray the fucking religion of Islam. You're wrong. Fucking the media does that shit, and
Facts.
it's really a religion of peace.
But at the end of
If
the
you
day,
really understood what it really stands
at
for-
the same time, it all means the same thing.
I know,
like
I understand
love
what you're
and
saying, but what I'm
peace,
saying
yeah.
is like every time we see
Islamic
Muslims on
phobia,
TV,
that's what he's
it's
talking
always
about.
like,
Yeah.
oh, they're terrorists. Oh, it's got to be this and that. And it's like, look at the history, look at the roots, man. This is a place of peace, bro. It's a beautiful thing,
Yo,
and
John.
I'm very
But to answer that-
interested in it
But
because,
to
like I
answer
said,
that
Malcolm X
question,
is
which I
my
didn't
guy.
answer yet, I'm sorry, I got to interject. I'm so sorry.
Muslim,
I've been trying to answer this question for like the past
John,
25
did you
minutes.
take my cup?
Moses, to me, Moses
comes
is
up there,
not
brother.
Muhammad. That's
How the
separate.
fuck did it get up there?
Did you hear me, sir?
Bro, hold up. Hold that question, bro. I asked this man, John, if he got my cup. How the fuck my cup get
Your
up
cup,
there,
oh
bro?
shit!
Bro, how the fuck my cup get
Hold
up
up.
there?
Hey, fuck it, bro.
Hey, why you up?
Oh.
Hey, hand me that bottle opener and that
Nigga,
method.
ain't shit in it, nigga.
Because he
I didn't
he
drink a
spilled
cup
it.
and the shit was empty.
Bro, I
He
did, he spilled
orange
it.
juice, nigga.
When you see 3 cups, what you expect? Shit, it ain't nothing.
Hey, lean, nigga. Some
Hey, you
damn
do me a
orange
favor and
juice.
hand me that. Oh,
That's the other shit.
What?
But to answer
Nah,
your
not
question,
that,
AB,
right there in that napkin.
is it AB? To answer that question, Chief,
Yes.
That's- And I needed
Muhammad,
the lime that you spilled. It might be some in the. It might be some in the more in the napkin.
Muhammad and Moses are not the same, sir. That's what I believe.
I don't feel the same. I mean, I do feel
I don't
the
want that
same.
lime bit on the floor, dog. Give me shit in the napkin, man.
Okay, I do feel the same. Muhammad is different from Moses just because there are 2 different stories portrayed in 2 different platforms, I guess.
Of religion, of
Of
ideology.
of ideology,
Right.
because it's an ideal. Like
Right.
fuck religion. Like this is what religion comes down to what people think is real and what is reality and what is fake.
Are you? I have to interject. Are you Sunni or Shiite?
Huh?
Are you a representative of Sunni or Shiite?
Shiite.
Nigga, what the fuck is that? Hmm?
Explain.
It's
Two
to,
different
like-
factions.
You talking about yin and yang?
No.
Oh,
Some will argue that, but
in a
no,
way.
they follow Muhammad in 2 different ways.
But can you
One,
bro,
they-
go
they
down
believe
to
the
the
suc-
I'm not
the
successors
basics,
are
different.
nigga.
I'm
One
not
was
gonna.
this.
I'm not gonna explain
that?
it
I
because
forget.
I'm not of Muslim faith, but I'll let
Right, right.
maybe explain that.
I forgot.
So, I like just for your sake, I'll break it down into like yin and
Damn.
yang. So like,
fuck out of here.
So like Shiite. So it's
what about sweetness, nigga?
Shit, it's hard for me to explain because I'm still learning.
I need you. That's all I want you to do. I want you to open your mind to soak in knowledge like a sponge.
Yeah.
When it comes to the Quran has a lot of tactics that talks about just peace and just read it. Don't procrastinate.
Oh no,
I'm not Muslim. I should not know more than you.
I get that.
Look at this.
Oh shit! Hey, talk
not
shit.
Muslim. I should not know more than you.
Talk shit, Playboy.
But if he say he's still a baby,
and that's perfectly fine. Like, even before this podcast started recording, like, you're an educated person. You're an educated black man. Like,
unfortunately.
you know
that's the scariest thing to the U.S. government ever.
And you know what you're talking about.
Shout out to Aaron.
Whether it comes down to one end of the spectrum to the other, and like something I've only been practicing for 2.5 years, almost 3 years. That something takes a lifetime to learn. Like, you have to be born into it. I only have I only have three years of knowledge, like, compared to a lifetime. I don't want to give someone the wrong information.
Absolutely. And I'm not knocking you for that. I appreciate that.
So when he says yin and yang, like, just like you said, some people may argue that, like, it's hard to say for me because I'm still learning. Like,
I said yin and yang because I don't know any other way to compare it to. You feel me?
Okay, I'll say this. I'm a Shiite. I'm a Shiite just because of the ideals.
Educate them niggas, bro. Educate me and them niggas, bro. You feel me? Like,
the Shiite is more of like the passive groups. So I'll compare it to like a pacifist. They won't go out of their way looking for trouble. They'll let trouble come to them and then deal with it in that form.
In the most grimiest way.
The Sunni will go out of their way to look for quote unquote justice.
And my problem is low key.
What
to
you
be real
mean?
with y'all, if I was a man of Muslim faith, I might be Sunni.
But do you even know how they became two separate factions?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Based on
it's kind of like the Japanese and the Chinese when it come to karate and kung fu, bro.
This is always it's gonna be that one motherfucker. That
look, bro,
he's like that one time in the karate movie.
My nigga, karate is the fake out of
Oh.
It's gonna be a lot of
Great Apes Cafe. I got niggas fucked up.
It's gonna be a lot of editing on this.
Stop playing with
Uncle Elroy. Hey,
he the freestyle. Stop playing with him.
Uncle Elroy. Uncle Elroy. Hey, you gonna be calling for your Uncle Elroy?
I got a question.
Ask Ted Token. Ask Ted Token. He was.
Hold up, pause, nigga.
Yeah, he's I wouldn't do that. Nigga was calling for his uncle.
You know what? Let me derive off of religion. I'm gonna say this. I'm not Muslim. But I am Muslim. I can say that because
nigga, what?
To be Muslim is to be peaceful.
Facts.
But I self-contradict myself because I love war, so I can't say I'm Muslim.
See, that's
motherfucker.
That's
What's the religion
okay, let's
for
talk
what?
about this.
I learned of the Muslim faith and started getting in tune with the Muslim faith, even though I was.
Shout out to
so like
bartender barbarian.
I was
keeping our drinks on flow.
I was in war, but
you found peace through
religion.
your faith. That's
Exactly.
beautiful. That's
Peace
some
to
beautiful
pussy.
shit. But were you in war though? Or was it like hell what you were going through? But were you like
I did two tours.
you went overseas and you like
what
did
he was
shit?
saying?
I lost
respect.
I lost 2 friends within my first like 1.5 tours.
That's crazy.
So like I was going into my second one and had lost a friend. So like I seen what disagreements can do to the other side. And it really hurts me in a different spot.
Yeah.
I will say shout out to my people in the military, man, that served.
Facts.
Sure.
Curtis Brown.
I mean,
Curtis, you big motherfucker.
Shout out to Mark, my nigga.
Shout out to
For
you.
real, that shit's
Mark,
crazy.
he
man.
ain't military, but that nigga, he about in that range.
Yeah,
So
that shit
and
crazy.
that's what I break it down to.
OG.
'Cause I've been on like the other side of what a disagreement can really turn into.
Right.
like, and that's like big numbers. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I disagree with this other country's ideals. And like we were talking about earlier, Tim, like with
Why do it always got to be about disagreeing though? It's like why we can't like
exactly
figure like
Because peace
make
don't
a balance,
peace
my nigga.
don't make money.
It is a
I'm gonna
curse
tell you
of
that.
That's what. Hey,
no,
my nigga.
Peace don't make money,
That's
brother.
crazy
War
as
makes
It's
money.
it's the
You
curse
know?
of men, actually. I feel like if you had every woman in this world as a leader, do you think we would be as much war as it is now?
Fuck no, nigga.
But you know how females can be though.
we're progressing
They
into
be like,
a whole
fuck
nother
that bitch
war right
Tiffany.
now,
She talk
bruh.
that shit 2 weeks later. They be like, me and Tiffany, we hanging out, we going to
Exactly.
the pool. Like, damn,
I'm
when
getting at this
y'all
now.
just met?
That's high key Trump.
I
That was
genuinely
high key
feel
Trump.
like, bro, we're progressing
That's
into
'cause he a
another
bitch.
war.
Getting at is this.
Fuck you, Donald Trump.
But I feel like we're getting into another war. The only difference is that it's getting recorded.
Fuck you.
But
We go to war every day. We at war every day.
Let's freestyle.
We at war every day, man.
This
Every-
episode is the most sporadic episode. This is Great Apes Cafe.
We ain't even gonna have a. We ain't even gonna have a.
No, can I say this though? The only thing I feel like that is different.
Are you religious?
Fuck no,
Look
nigga.
at this
I'm a
motherfucker.
spirit.
Listen
So are you
What
atheist?
the fuck, nigga? I got a Rick and Morty shirt on, a fucking hoodie. Fuck no,
Whose
nigga.
grandfather?
Science.
Wait, who uncle shirt do you got on right now?
So,
Nigga, overshirt.
Jamel, what you
Nigga, mine.
represent? Hold on.
Goodwill. Shout out to Goodwill.
Let me
nigga.
interject on
Broke
both
ass
of y'all.
niggas.
Let me interject with everybody.
This is not a sponsored video, bro.
Fuck Goodwill. Broke ass niggas. They only got
You
one
got
good
the
thing
mic
every
off.
other-
The mic is wrong. The mic is wrong first.
Oh my
Let me
god.
interject on everybody though. Let me interject.
Oh,
I'm so
man.
sorry. My
That's
homeboy here,
hilarious.
AB, is Muslim. Jarmel is Christian.
I mean, can I interject?
Yes,
Respect
you
to y'all
can.
niggas.
No, I don't. I grew up in a Christian home. I will say that. But as you said earlier, like when I grew up in church, man, I know like Christian people, church people are mean and fucking nasty.
Yeah,
They'll be the first
bruh.
people to judge you. The first people to. I had my first daughter out of wedlock, and man, I walked into the church I was attending to.
Congrats to you.
And appreciate
life.
you, bro. Appreciate
Like
it,
that.
man.
That's
Um,
the baby
but-
girl boy.
He just had a
So I
life.
I had another girl.
He just made
recently.
life
First boy or
like 2
then
days
girl?
I
ago.
have two girls. Girl dad.
Fucking.
Girl dad. So
See,
9 months
that's a
ago.
respectable type. You got 2 girls, you really gotta get down to business.
Boy, I'm
Yeah.
gonna
Really
have,
gotta
I'm gonna have
say,
2
bro.
shotguns, 3 pistols, and I'm about to be strapped up.
It's about time to have that concealed.
Because you think about it, like you put it as this, like what was I like at
You
that
know
age?
that. That's what you like. Damn, I know what kind
'Cause
of
I
men is
went-
out there.
I-
Not that I was a dog, but like
Right.
you know the dog type.
I went through a relationship where like the girl caught me into thinking I was the dad of a child when I really wasn't.
Oh,
But we'll get back to that. But I'm gonna finish. Hey, I'm gonna
When
finish
they
Tim's
turn
question though.
18, nigga.
I'm
Yo,
gonna
that
finish
shit gonna make
Tim
or break
question.
you.
Like I said about Christianity, not that it's a bad religion or that everyone who's a Christian or practices that faith is a bad person. But for my personal belief, I can't rock with Christianity anymore. And I'll always say I believe in God. I believe in the higher power. You can call him
But it's not the Christianity.
he or she,
God.
whatever you want.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you think about, to me, I think about it on levels. Like we all have spirits. We're different than
Mhm.
animals because we don't have just instincts. We
I
have
agree.
instincts, but like you know that gut feeling you get.
Yeah.
I feel like to me that's your spirit. Like we are connected to a higher universe. So my man's gonna take a quick break, real quick, and he gonna slide on out. But
I thought you just pulling the toe.
But yeah, nah. You know, for me,
Yeah,
I don't
worry.
associate with any religion anymore. I used to be a
facts.
diehard Christian,
I'm gonna tell you something.
but I just
agree
believe
with
in
you.
God.
I believe.
And, like-
I agree with you. I resonate with what he just said on the same principle. The only difference is when Jesus walked this earth, he didn't say this is Christianity. He said this is the way, and to get to me, you gotta get to God to get to me. Like,
And
I mean,
also another thing, like
That's
not to
crazy.
interject,
Every
but
time, just the fact that we got so many different perspectives of like what God is right now, but like
I don't like
it
religion.
it mean the same
Right.
shit,
And
but
the-
it don't at the
I
same
don't like
time.
religion.
the thing that
but that's
confuses
the
me
crazy
with
part, bro.
just let's just focus on Christianity
just
for
on
one.
But we
Christianity,
all
you
mean
said it.
You got
love.
Pentecostal, you got
Jehovah's
Baptist,
Witnesses.
you got like So it's like, who's
No,
to say
that's a
who's
different
right?
breed, nigga.
It's
Jehovah
you know what
is
I'm
a different breed, nigga.
Bro,
That's
nah,
something
this is-
completely
The fact you gotta come to everybody's house to like, no.
No, they
Bruh.
actually
That's
gotta
right.
ride
on that bike.
I'm not gonna
That
lie.
white
In the
t-shirt.
Bible,
Nigga,
Bible,
fucking 2 o'clock in the morning, nigga.
I'm not about to.
Hey, can I give you the word of
It's like
God?
Those
Like,
are
bruh.
Mormons
I
that ride
gotta
on the bike.
interject on what everything Ted just talk about, Joe. Like negatively, nah. I'm gonna tell you on this part, bro. Jehovah's Witnesses do not come to the house 2 o'clock in the morning.
No,
And
not.
they,
It
what
was
they
an
trying to do
expression.
is basically spread. Is spread some.
She got a lockdown.
They trying to spread God's message.
Facts,
when they knock
facts.
on the door. And what I find Jehovah's Witnesses do is they follow the Bible. They don't do that singing and passing and playing around. for
Yeah,
money.
yeah.
They sit down and they literally open the Bible and have your ass studying. Shout out to my real Jehovah's Witnesses. You know who you are. Real.
Shout
Because
out
I
to
do know
Creekwood.
some Jehovah's Witnesses who practice and they don't practice what they preach.
Mhm.
You or in other Christians.
You know who you
can't
are.
be- and you know who you are. You can't be going out saying, "Praise the Lord, I'm a preacher."
With all that fucking hate in
and
your
you
heart.
just was in the damn motherfucking hotel
Yeah.
getting
Tell
fucked.
you. I'm telling you, man.
And you know who you are. But I question religion. I don't question God.
Yo,
Man,
I
God
know
is
this
real.
one
I'ma
nigga-
tell you, I don't
God,
care
this
what-
one nigga I went to high school with
Say
got
God's
AIDS from
real.
a pastor, bro.
Oh, a fact. I know a pastor right now who got a wife, 2 children with the wife, and an 18-year-old pregnant, and he's still preaching at the church.
That shit is crazy, my nigga.
And you know who you
Yeah.
are.
Hey, you legal, though.
And you know
shit
who
is-
you are.
What TV show did you get this
Hey,
off of?
hey, you know you
What
are,
reality
nigga.
show is
We
this
won't name
from?
drop. We won't name drop. We won't name drop. We won't
I
name
can
drop.
say the name. You
He's still in the
We won't
pulpit.
name
You
drop.
saying?
Lucky he's still in the pulpit speaking bullshit.
Okay, but why are so many pastors?
Bars.
Why
What
do
we
so
talking
many
about?
pastors sexually assault
because
kids?
they limit themselves. Let
I
me
mean,
say
it could be anybody,
When
but
you look
maybe
at
they're just a
people
sick person.
in the- when
You thinking of more like not to put a label on it, but you look at more like Catholic
when you look at
Yeah.
Catholic stuff,
Mhm.
they like popes and like
And they
fathers.
say
They're
they
the more the ones
practicing-
like
Like, what the
practicing,
fuck?
They're practicing not being sexual.
I don't
not
know.
But out of
sexual.
all
I
the
don't know.
Well, I don't understand this.
things,
Well, I'm gonna be honest with everybody,
don't
and
know.
y'all could leave a comment.
it's nasty.
If I'm a pastor, right, who's Catholic, and I had the opportunity to either mess with children or mess with nuns, what the fuck I look
Facts.
like messing with children?
Exactly.
I'm a
that
find
shit
me a
is
nun.
some.
I'm
But
sorry,
but some
God.
people are sick
Or it's
though.
not like the
Sick.
kids' parents don't go to church. Like, there's no excuse to be touching
I mean,
a little
just
kid.
that's just like
Fucking
you-
Sunday
that's-
school.
But
That
like you
goes
said,
weird.
that's just like
That's
a
fucking
relative.
weird.
That's just like a
fucking
relative
weird.
you
It's
can
like
leave your
a
kid with.
statistic. Like,
That goes
there was
beyond
this
I ain't gonna lie, I
movie.
found the most negative
That's just
people
somebody
who are
being
religious.
disgusting.
y'all see that
bro.
movie? There's a movie about it of like they did like a lawsuit against
Four
they-
brothers. I'm just kidding.
No.
I'm literally joking. I was trying to lighten the mood a
Oh,
little
it was
bit.
based. It was literally based in Boston, and they found every priest in Boston. Like,
Boston got a lot of corruption in it. You ever seen The Departed?
Yo,
Huh.
I got
The
family
world
that
have a lot of
I
clothes.
got-
black
You
man
in the world.
I got
John
family.
Cena. The fuck.
I got
no,
family that lives in. I got
Nigga is
that
canceled,
nigga-
dog.
nigga-
I got family that lives in
That
Chelsea.
shit been he already got canceled before this be his third time.
I got family that lives in Chelsea.
Nigga, whole time.
Yeah,
Whole time.
I got family that lives in Chelsea. Shout out Necha. And I'll tell you this when this comes out. But
Bro, when he said Chelsea, for some reason I thought about that Pokemon.
Chelsea Clinton.
what? Pokemon.
Yeah, that Pokemon that lay eggs.
Chansey?
Yeah. I don't know why I thought about that.
No,
fucking
Necha.
We gotta switch subjects. Let me tell you
Or
something about religion.
Vanessa,
Oh
as
my
some people go
God.
by.
Religion create control.
yes.
If you in tune with your
Ooh, that's
spirit
funny.
and you understand that there's an alpha, omega, and not a beta, then you, my friend, will be successful vibrating with the energy that the Almighty have. to
Law of
grace upon
attraction.
everybody. I know some Christians and some
Almighty.
Muslims, Shiites and Sunnis who ain't doing right. And
So-
you know who you are.
So speaking of I guess pastors touching on children, which would be a sexual act, right?
What should be sacrilegious. Yes.
Okay, so does size matter?
oh yeah, That's what we were gonna talk about.
Wait a minute. So let's
does
She said
let's
that
hang on.
does
So what do you
size
want to say?
matter?
Hang on.
Since we got a female in the,
Does
since we
size
got a
matter?
We have
female
to
in the building,
differentiate
we're
what
shouting
we're-
out Kasey
You
Broadwater.
gotta do
We're shouting out.
Let's
That's
differentiate
Vladimir
between
Water on
the
Instagram.
people touching on kids with the side, and let's just talk about adult on adult shit.
Yeah,
That's
Let's go ahead and like wipe
I
that slate
agree.
clean.
I'm gonna plug.
transition
that
period
transition-
here.
That transition
That
was
was
a
a
little
little
weird.
transition.
Everybody-
I might need you to do
buddy.
a little tech genius.
Yeah, dude.
So I'm
Do your little CIA shit that
So
you
if
be
I'm
doing.
gonna get so if I'm gonna get technical,
I'm in.
so if I'm gonna get technical, we're talking the birds and the bees with like adults
Ooh.
and adults. Does
The Birds and the Bees, Naruto, and Sakura.
Listen,
Naruto
Whole
Sakura? What you talking about? Naruto Hinata?
Do size
talking about?
matter? And what
Do
was your
size
input,
matter?
madam?
I'm gonna plug
we
myself.
don't mean to make you feel weird at this sausage party.
It's
know,
like
she
what
know.
kind of like
Find us on
size?
Apple Music.
I think
ILM.
there are
Badass.
probably like. I think if you're
Orbit. We got a song. Me and Lemon Water. We fire.
I can't. This nigga said ugly as fuck.
I need like a hypothetical like scenario.
Can't get no hypothetical. Does the size
You
of the
got
dick?
your
I'ma
mans
pull a-
right
I'ma
next. You
pull a
got your
Timothy.
mans right next
Does
to
the
you.
size of the dick?
I know he got a hammer. So does Ted Token have a hammer?
Oh, now you want to
Yes.
get personal.
I've been with
Yes.
other
Aaron, can you cut this out,
people
please,
in
for the
the
love of
past.
God?
Wait, what?
Hold on.
No,
Hold on.
please, like,
I need silence on the mic. I need silence on the mic. I need silence on the mic.
People in the past,
Right.
and now I'm kind of like, what the fuck was I doing?
Okay, I see it.
Then,
Okay, I see it.
No, at the time, I'm saying now I'm like,
Microphone check. Microphone check.
So what you're saying is
Get the mic closer to you.
I think if you're in love, like,
okay.
No, fuck the love.
No, don't
No,
fuck the
fuck-
love.
no,
don't
not-
fuck the love. No,
For like,
no, because that makes a
But-
big difference.
But-
That
38
really does
seconds,
make a
38
big
seconds, my
difference.
nigga.
It
I
does.
have never
It
seen
does.
a
It
Give me
does. It does. It does make a big
for about
difference. 'Cause
38 seconds.
if no, because if you really feel some way about someone, no
Damn,
matter
38.
for me,
My nigga.
no matter
boy,
what the size
From all your
is,
exes,
if you
who
really
got- who
feel
got the better
passionate
dick?
about someone,
Who got the better
anything is
dick?
gonna feel good.
That's
Whether
Hold on,
whether it's
let me answer
foreplay or
that.
we're
not.
all talking at the
Who
same
got the better
time.
dick? Your exes or me?
Ted, fix the mic.
Oh, that's
Ted,
an
you
Your
can't.
mic check. Oh shit.
obvious answer that
Hold
I'm
on, hold on,
not
watch
going to
your drink.
discuss on this podcast.
Make sure the mic is in. Let me ask.
Damn, you fucker fuck.
Oh, Ted Token is at it
Ted
again.
Token.
Ted Token
Smack.
fucking
Smack.
up.
Boy.
That is a, when you ask your girl or wife or fiance or
Don't ever have
anything,
to ask her that
who
question.
has the better dick? I'm gonna be honest with
Don't
you.
they?
He
Aren't
already
they
knows
supposed to
that
feel
answer.
obligated
He's
to
just
say
trying to show-
say their
Shouldn't even
partner?
ask.
You know
shouldn't
that
even
answer.
ask.
You're just
Aren't
trying
they
to fucking
obligated to
get
say
me
their
to
partner?
say
I
it
put it
on a
down,
public
nigga. Leave
Lilo
podcast.
Brown.
Like, cause imagine
Hold on.
if you were to
Let
say
me
somebody
interject,
else.
though. Let me interject. Can you imagine if your girl be like, I love you, but you had the wackest dick? Like, can you imagine that? Do you really want to know how
That
they
shit
really
would
feel
kind of hurt.
about that?
Nah, he knows how
You
I
gotta
feel.
progress after that, bro. It's progression. If somebody told you some whack shit about you, you wanna progress.
What the fuck? Oh my god. That's your Great Apes Cafe. Motherfuckers got cut off limits.
Yeah, we out.
when
We
you
out.
spill this much,
Jesus, cover your phone up, dude.
what phone
the
is that?
phone. Get
Yes,
the
sir.
phone. Fix the phone. Wipe the
Hey.
phone off.
Do that,
Wipe
bro.
the phone off.
I feel bad for you,
Bro.
son.
Grab the phone.
I got 90
Bruh, that's
problems with my
mine.
phone.
It's
Ain't one.
shit's already fucked up.
Can you
so-
hear me? Oh, yes, sir.
Listen, bro.
It's lit. I'm weak.
Bro, the thing.
See, that's what happened when you hang out with your Uncle Elroy. I'm your Uncle Elroy.
Yeah.
And niggas
Yo,
don't know
Shout
I'm
out
your
to
Uncle
Uncle
Elroy.
Okay, oh,
The thing is,
He can't keep up with me.
What
The
you
thing
gotta
is,
say? What you really
he
gotta
got
say
more
right now?
excuses.
listen though. Let me give my explanation.
He got more excuses than a prostitute in church.
Okay,
And
but
he
if
ain't
you
even got
whip
his
it
mic
out
right.
and it's a raisin, like realistically,
Get that mic right
he
first.
whip it out on. You're on the. Okay, realistically, are you really waiting a year and a have sex.
Let me
The
get.
fuck?
Let me
You
get.
hey, hold on. I'm sorry, tell. Hey, you still ain't answer my question. Who got the best dick out of your
You
exes?
already know the answer. We've talked about this in private.
No,
There's
fuck
no need
that.
to talk
No,
about
the
it
world
on
gotta
public.
know. The world gotta know.
Nah, the
The
world
world
don't gotta
knows.
know. The world really don't gotta know.
Who am I sitting next
I
to
want-
right now?
I ain't gonna
Exactly.
lie.
Yo, what the fuck?
Exactly.
But that wasn't all about the dick.
Exactly. So
Fuck
my
that
I ain't
dick.
gonna
Mad,
DJ, we
everybody
might need more
smacked.
napkins. This shit ain't it.
Aaron,
My-
cut this out.
AB cut off.
Please.
That
What-
nigga AB.
Yo, fuck you. No.
What's the acronym
Where
for
the D
AB?
at? ABC, no
Already,
D.
already basic. Cut that basic shit off. Let me tell
Already
you something.
basic as
Get my
fuck.
nigga
Look.
some napkins to cut off.
Hey,
No more
AB,
alcohol.
Yo,
ABA F.
My
Already
excuse
basic
is-
as
How
fuck.
many drinks
How
is
tall are
still
you?
Yeah, I
tonight?
love you, bro.
how tall are you, Token?
This is
I am
fourth drink.
6'2" and a
Four.
half.
How tall are you?
DJ, please
Lemon?
give me
She
another
about 5'1".
I'm 5'3".
How tall are you?
Tall enough to know that I ain't gonna spill no more drink. You spill too many. nigga.
Fuck you. That's what I was looking to hear. So I'm 5'5". I am 5'5", and I am a male.
You're 5'5"?
Actually 5'6".
And I have a rock
Alright,
hard
we
penis.
got-
You
Five,
pretty much
six.
said that I have a penis. What the fuck were you going
And I
at?
am a male. So for the average male, 5'6" is short.
Hey, shout out to all my 6'2" ass niggas, bro.
Thank you.
Shout out to all my
Nigga,
shorty
fuck you
niggas
talking
who
about?
short.
Thank
Yes, sir,
you.
nigga. Tall
Shout
ass
out
nigga
to all my
gang.
short people.
Yo, can I
so alcohol hits
No,
us
fuck
fuck
different.
that, bro. Cause I'm tired of y'all calling me short in my pictures, bro. That shit
Yeah.
retarded as fuck,
No,
bro.
when I
You gotta
first
send me
saw
a
this
person.
man's Instagram, I was like, oh, he's cute. And then when he stood up, like, for the first time in person, I was like, oh, shit. Like, I didn't know you were
I
gonna be
did it
that
on
tall.
purpose.
Okay.
I just want you to know
You
that.
look like a short
I know,
person. but
because
then
I
when
get
you
it from
So you know
everybody.
what?
I did it on purpose. I stood up on
He said,
purpose. I literally
He
said,
said- I ain't gonna lie, y'all. So y'all know I'm narcissistic. Ted Token is too.
hey.
Okay.
That's
Two
facts.
nuts, two narts, one
So
cup,
if-
nigga.
So if we're
Pause.
gonna
Hold
get
on.
back, okay. So if we're gonna get back on topic,
Dick.
I'm gonna
dick,
get real
dick,
with
dick.
Casey right quick.
You
Oh,
feel?
God.
So-
hold on.
Where the fuck y'all now? Wait a minute. Where
Nigga
the
took a
fuck?
piss.
Damn, people disappeared.
I feel
Pull the
like
toe.
I feel like me.
Liquor game.
Welcome back.
Hey, the
Welcome
double
back.
up cup, nigga. That's a
I had
that's
to
a
drop my
vibe,
pants
bro.
off because old shorty here got no.
Old
Yo,
short
Aaron.
didn't know how to hold his
Hey,
pants.
do me a favor. I know you got upset, but don't get short with me.
Yeah. Double up, bro.
I
I
get-
don't want to argue over no little shit.
You gotta pull up the Bottega, bro.
Did I
Double
get
up cups,
did
nigga.
I get
What
your
you talking
pants
about,
wet?
nigga?
Just a little bit.
Nigga. Hold up. Nah, I ain't shit.
It's all
Double
good,
up
bro.
My bad.
I thought we cut it
We
off
talked
at
about.
the.
Hold on, hold on, y'all.
My vape over there?
Much love
I'm
to
trying
Addy.
to take it slow.
I protected it. It's dry.
Thanks.
Negro, please.
You're a legend.
So we already talked about religion.
We already talked about dicks.
We talked about
Jesus
how.
Christmas.
Unfortunately, we talked about.
Fuck you talking about?
He
Bro,
not.
we
We
talked
no.
about
Can we gotta
height.
talk about this anime shit, bro.
But before we get to anime, I'm gonna ask y'all a question. What ideology do you represent? What ideology?
Explain
do you
ideology.
represent?
Explain ideology.
Ideology is for philosophy. It don't have to
Philosophy.
be religion. It don't have to be
Yes.
religion. It could be what you think,
What you believe,
what
your
you believe,
ideals.
I
your
know mine.
ideals that make you who you are.
I believe in
Me,
karma.
I question everything. I believe in
Karma.
karma as
So
well.
so does that
Karma,
mean you
that's
believe
like my-
you believe in Dharma?
Explain
I
I know
Dharma, my
I know
guy.
a bitch named Dharma.
so-
Hey, shout
I
out
know
to
he on
So-
that.
Shout out
shout out
to
to
Dharma.
Dharma,
Okay.
Nothing about
So
that.
this will be an easy way to explain to you. Dharma is the opposite of karma. So karma is if you do something good, it comes back to you, right?
Not
Or
karma.
No,
Yeah,
right.
but
It covers
no,
both
or
sides.
if you do something
Karma is like eye for an eye type shit, bro. Whatever
Karma-
negative
No,
you do
no,
is
that's
gonna
not-
come
What
back.
No.
you reap is what you sow. What
Car-
you do, whether it's good
Yeah.
or bad,
Karma
all gonna
is
come back
karma
on.
is
Okay,
something.
got you,
Dharma.
got you.
It's so
Yeah, that's what
so
he's saying.
karma
You're a
is
Dharma
if you
slut. You
if
love
you
Dharma.
do if you do something.
Ugh.
Like I said, shout out
Karma
Dharma.
Wait,
is-
hold up, but hold on. I don't even
You
know what
freaking-
Dharma is. You can't be calling me a Dharma and I don't know what the
Dharma
fuck it is, bro.
So karma, people misconceive karma as
For good
both
stuff.
sides, good and bad.
Yeah.
You get good or you get fucked. But really,
Hey, don't
karma
get-
is
hey.
only good. If you do
Fuck
good,
that.
you'll
Okay,
get good.
karma, cool. I want to know what Dharma is.
Dharma
need to-
is if
Nah, nope.
What is
Nope.
Dharma?
Dharma is
Take
if
that away
I
from me.
No,
He said
Listen,
Obama.
Listen,
Dharma.
Dharma is if I cheat on you, I'm gonna get cheated on in my next relationship.
Of
It's the
course.
bad side of karma. So
not
I'm a Dharma nigga.
Yeah.
Get
I'm
this
a
nigga
Dharma, yes.
water.
I'm definitely a Dharma
but you like
nigga.
seeing
Ice,
people
extra
get
ice,
cold
things.
water,
Dharma
please,
is
sir.
my
Hey,
key.
yo,
Yo,
get out there
that is
and talk about water ice.
So you
Give him a
believe
sippy
so
cup.
you believe in Dharma, like
Yes.
so good karma.
bad karma.
Bad karma? So you
Yes.
believe?
Anytime you do something negative, it's gonna come back into you.
So you believe in
at
karma?
some point in your life.
I fucked all of that.
So you
up.
believe in karma?
I said Dharma
Yeah,
was the
she was
bad
talking
one.
about-
No,
Yeah.
Dharma's a good one.
Yeah,
Oh.
but what's the bad one?
Karma.
I believe in
So,
karma.
I would
I
like to
still-
say
I
all
So
risk
that.
you
my
believe in
case.
karma to yourself or to others?
Some Indians, I ain't gonna lie, what you just said though. Some Indians would disagree with what y'all just said, but continue.
You feel like
We need an
someone
Indian
think
on the
Dharma is
podcast.
bad
What
and
you talking
karma
about?
is bad?
So
I mean,
so
good. Blah, blah, blah.
Karma and dharma is very sensual, like yin and yang.
Yes, exactly.
Very sensual.
yes.
It's almost the same.
But
thing.
yin and yang goes with everything, dark and light, bro. You feel me?
You
That's
can't
what I
have
get.
dharma
from-
with no karma. just like you
Exactly.
have light with no
You
dark.
can't-
Yeah,
Right, right.
exactly. But that's
I'm the
You can't-
darkness.
you
I'm the
can't have
grimy nigga.
I'm
You
That's
can't
what I
have
said.
chaos.
Fuck
You
you
can't
talking
have
about. I'm
chaos
Chinese.
without
Shout out
tranquility.
to all my
You
my
can't.
Chinese and Japanese.
There has
Shout
to
out to
be.
Jack. Mr.
There has to
Intimate.
be a good with a
Mhm.
bad. There's no way there can always be good. Someone or something always has to turn out bad. Always.
Exactly.
There are no good days without bad days.
Exactly.
Can't
That's
have the
what yin
sunshine
and
without
yang
the-
is.
You
That's
can't have
what
the
karma-
sunshine without the rain. That's what they say.
The difference between
Ain't no
me and most
sunshine when
people,
she's
I
gone. Ain't no
embrace-
sunshine when she's
I
away.
embrace the dark side. Like, I don't mind having a bad day
I don't either.
because when I
But on my
compare,
bad
that's
days,
what
I have
creates
good
the
days.
when I unconsciously compare my bad days to the days of people around this planet on Earth in 2020,
You can always have it worse. Yeah.
This is ain't nothing.
Yo, can
somebody
we
would-
recollect that? It's
Trade their problems with yours.
2020.
You know what I mean? With
It is-
diamonds.
But
It is
ooh, hold on. Say it
2020,
again.
folks.
Say it again.
It is
Say it for the people in the back.
It is
2020.
Better be
2020.
water on there,
Do
Do the
barbarian.
snap.
This is
Old time.
2020 years. This is 2020.
It is 2000.
I ain't gonna lie. You can't have three. Let me interject. I'm so sorry, ladies and gentlemen. My colleague here is new to the podcast. He's a new, not a new member, but he's a person who's a new affiliate in a sense, or rather a guest.
I hope I'm
And
doing
he-
a good
He had
job.
the audacity to have 3 cups. When you have 3 cups, you gangster, nigga.
Nothing good
When you
coming out
double
of
cupping,
that.
you already doing
I'm
the
playing.
most.
I'm
When you
playing
have
in
3 cups,
neutral.
you can't be spilling shit.
He looking for trouble.
Shit 3 times. That's what 3 cups is.
3 times.
3 times.
I got
one.
one.
Tree.
I think you
Tree,
spilled the
nigga.
first
Tree
one.
size.
Actually, you
I
spilled
got
the
one
first
Like,
strike.
what the fuck
I
your
got
mom
Spilled the
gonna
first
say?
one.
One
Actually,
strike.
Tim.
He spilled one. Look how sticky this
When
shit
you
was.
shut the fucking table.
They can't even feel how sticky this shit is.
But I can, and that's already worth enough. It's just sticky. I can't get jiggy with these shit.
Man,
Where's it that manager, that pink motherfucker?
Okay.
you ugly back bleach.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. We have female on here because we decided to go on this. I feel like we should get on back on
Okay,
that
get
time
back on
of
that
10.
track.
So
And what's your question to the female?
so
Ooh.
if
You
I'm
said
gonna
the
get
female.
back on the topic, I feel like me and Kasey see eye to eye.
On what?
If you feel as if you have a
You got the
connection,
same height. That's why I see eye to eye.
short people gang, short people gang.
PJD Rank, Timothy Delgado, all you short ass niggas, you 5'5" ass niggas, you 5'5" ass nigga,
5'6" ass nigga. What the fuck is you talking about?
I'll give you the inch. I'll
Hold
give
on,
you the
y'all,
inch.
hold on, y'all.
You-
At least I don't got back problems
Hold
when
on.
I'm older.
Hold on,
All
wait
right,
a
fuck
minute.
you, bitch.
Exactly.
AB,
Oh,
let him speak with conviction. Now, what
Okay.
happened?
Hold on.
So
Shorty.
we're obviously we fuck you.
Why you set him
We-
up like that?
we're getting in the conversation about
Going what?
like lovers and like significant others and stuff like that, and if size matters. So I feel like she's a very intimate person, and we kinda
Shout out intimate. Shout out
We-
Mytha Intimate.
we see-
shit.
we see-
Wait,
we see eye we
Shut
see
up,
eye to eye. on
BBBBB,
things. I
Jerry
feel like-
Springer
like-
shit now. What you be intimate? How do you know she's intimate, sir? What the fuck?
Whoa, nah, it's
We-
not like that.
Fuck you talking about?
No,
How you feel? That's how you feel?
Nah,
Okay.
it's not that hard to
See,
I'm-
look. You said that, and I can plug myself real
And the
easily.
plot thickens.
So we've made music together. Go look out.
You know what that means? You know what that
He's on the song. He's on the song.
means? He was playing with her hi-hat.
Exactly. Token.
No, 3.
Exactly. Token. Token was the bass guitar. Don't let him play you.
No,
Don't
fuck
let
it.
him play you.
We're never
Y'all
gonna.
just
Liar.
That's how y'all feel? Y'all
Liar.
just doing music?
Okay, so y'all
Liar.
doing music together. Okay,
But-
continue.
I just
That
feel
didn't
like
sound right. You choose your words wisely. That didn't sound right.
Boy.
Very
so
very wisely,
I
sir.
just
Oh, word.
I
Y'all
just
barely
feel
did
like
music.
I
I don't even know.
I just feel like it goes deeper than like
Deeper.
fist.
Fist.
I feel like it goes,
Damn. This ain't ever.
you're setting me up. How you gonna set me up to fail?
Just get to the point, because
I'm
these
sorry.
niggas I can't even handle. Get to the point. Damn, you.
We all fucking
I'm
up.
trying.
We fucking
Fuck
up, boy.
you,
We all
Tim.
fucking.
So what I'm trying to get to is, I feel like it goes further than physical attribute being
Physical.
male.
Oh, yeah, for
So
sure.
it doesn't matter the size. If you have a connection with somebody, it's
Facts.
obviously gonna feel
Spiritually,
Do you
right?
think
better
that's true?
spiritually.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna feel
So,
right,
for
bro.
me, so if Ted talking no homo, I don't know. If Ted talking had an teeny weeny,
But that's cap.
travel, short.
It's like I met
Man.
want no
Ted.
short shorts,
I really
man.
liked him.
Shorty meet short. Shout out to Disney Channel. Shorty meet short shorts.
Tracksuit.
That last person be talking about a short
Ask
thing.
you a question.
I'm talking
The
ski
fuck
mask,
never.
slump guy, life short,
Honestly,
smoke a port
to
on
be
a
completely
port.
honest, I'm that person that's like super like you put me on the spot and I'll like cap to be nice.
What? Wait,
because
Paul,
no,
what?
I'm saying you said imagine if he had an eeny weeny tiny bit.
No, that ain't what he said.
Retrospect. Hypothetically.
Say I
Shout out to
say I fall
all my
in
small
love with
dick
him.
niggas
Right.
that have a small dick
You
apparently.
two
Right.
We're in the bed. It's about to happen. He whips it out. That shit is a size of a walnut.
Hypothetically.
Or right in the,
Wow.
where he's
Hypothetically.
my clit is bigger than his
Wait, wow.
dick.
Right.
I would sit there and I would be like, oh,
What
you
the-
know, like,
yo, what kind
it's
of shit
okay.
you be on the
But
internet
I will
looking
say,
at?
inevitably,
Inevitably.
trying to have sex in the future, kids, whatever, all that shit probably
It
wouldn't
does-
go.
I am literally
smoothly.
mind boggled right now at this
And that
conversation.
will cause problems on its
Yes.
own.
If I had
No,
that, I
it-
wouldn't be married. My wife would not have married me.
It makes
I
sense.
felt-
It makes sense. It makes sense though, because you got to think like as males, we
I
just trying to
cannot.
bust a nut. So if it feels good, we finna bust a nut, right?
Yeah,
You
Tony,
don't
Bust
Tony.
no nut with a
feels
walnut
good.
dick.
So
To answer your
Oh,
question,
you can't bust
don't
a
actually
you
start
can't bust a
thinking
nut with a
with
walnut.
your brain.
Mm.
No, I'm gonna be
Exactly.
true. I'm gonna be real with you. If you don't start really thinking until after the nut, you think,
Nigga,
you know what I mean?
Nigga, yes. As soon as you come,
Damn.
What do y'all think
what is
after
2
the
plus
nut?
2 is
The-
4.
After the nut?
penis
8
take
plus
over.
8 is
No, no,
16.
The penis take over your main brain. It's like, oh gosh. Huh.
As soon as you bust that nut, nigga.
Y'all laughing. Hey, bro,
You know
y'all
what?
laughing.
Yo,
Damn,
Yeah,
hey,
what
he's
you
not
talking about?
capping. He's
I'm
not
not
capping,
capping,
bro.
bro.
He's not
Especially
capping,
like,
bro. If that shit really feel good, bro, you be doing it.
Yo, this hip is Yo, hand sanitizer start with an H and end with an S, but begin with an S for the sanitizer. Yo, cups can be made out of metal. Yo, this microphone, this shit got foam on it. Hey, yo, this glass got glass. Nigga. What you talking about? This
man
cup
saying
got foam. When you come, that's what happens. When you come, nigga,
Hey, Barbarian, do me a favor. Cut this nigga mic off.
hey, nigga, this cup glass, nigga. What you talking about,
I
nigga?
thought he was having a stroke.
Nigga,
there.
no. A cup is a cup and a glass is a glass. Nigga, that's it.
Nigga,
That's
this is
worse than me
plastic.
spilling, nigga. Yeah.
An alien is an alien, nigga. Naruto is an anime character, nigga. Fuck you talking about, nigga. A balloon is rubber. Fuck you talking about. When you come, that's what
He's having
happens.
a
You think about
little
random shit,
mental-
nigga. After you come, you think about random shit, nigga.
Wait a minute.
I
Time
thought
out.
you were just
No, no,
saying
time out,
random
time
shit
out.
that whole
Hold on,
time.
Ted. Hold on.
nigga,
This is the
after
same
you
nigga
come,
that.
nigga.
This is the same nigga that woke up dead on the
I
last
gotta
podcast.
interject. I don't know the fuck they talking about.
You have to
Nigga,
edit
when
that.
after you
I don't
come,
think-
after you come, you think about random shit, nigga. Yeah, nigga, literally. As soon as you come, nigga, your mind, that state, nigga, you just be thinking about random shit,
Bro, I
bro.
definitely
What?
wanna say something.
Bro, you talking about the
He
old
said,
face?
my nigga,
When you
Bro.
come, nigga, yeah, nigga.
My nigga Ted
Fuck
said
the
a
old
cup
face.
is a cup, nigga. The last time I checked, this is a bottle.
That ass, boy. Bro, like this.
What we getting at is,
What the fuck is
you
happening?
don't think,
Bust a
you
nut,
don't think
yo.
until You don't
a lot of
think
shit.
until after the nut. You don't feel
Literally.
This nigga said alien.
unless if you're able to control your Kama Sutra level, then you can think about it.
Kama Sutra.
That's me.
So
Shout out to
what's
the
your-
Kama Sutra.
I be thinking about.
So what's your take on
That's how
foreplay?
you
Is
do
my
it, so
question.
to avoid the orgasm.
What is okay? So if you're
No, I don't
speaking,
wanna-
if you're speaking for all
Take it
females,
out. You gotta take it slow. You can't just go.
if you're speaking for all females,
Oh God, that's a lot.
what is your take? What is your take on foreplay? Is that a factor?
Ow!
There it is right
I
there.
said, how do y'all do? In other words, he wanna
Oh
be
my
nosy. How do
God.
y'all do?
I want
No,
you to
no,
kiss
no,
me.
no,
I want you
no,
to lick
no,
me. I
no,
want you to
no.
touch me.
No. I'm just saying, like,
Nigga, y'all got wives,
mean, I
nigga.
think
What the
that-
fuck?
I ain't married.
I don't got a wife.
I'm not married. by the
I
way.
don't got a wife.
I got a
Not
wife. Let me
married.
say something.
I think it's important.
It's a.
It is
foreplay,
important.
It's a.
Because
Yes.
I would feel the same way because I feel like,
Because
how do you build
I
up?
don't like
How y'all
shit to
eat
be
pussy?
rushed, and I enjoy spending time with the person more than I do like the act of like set. You know what I mean?
touch
It's like,
and love
want-
and
Nipple
I'm
fucking
an
love.
intimate
Can't make up my
motherfucker.
mind.
Exactly, that's what I'm
Deal
talking,
with it,
intimate.
bruh.
You can have. Let me tell you
Come
something.
on.
Shout out to my niggas.
The build up to the
I gotta
to
disagree with
it.
what she just
I'm
said
a
and what he said.
lover.
Thank
Play
you.
with the nipples,
Thank
nigga.
you.
When
If
you
that's
married,
Those
you can do
niggas.
all
My
what they
lovers
said
out there,
and more.
everyone.
I can't even believe I'm a part
I
of
know
this
I'm a
episode
Taurus, but I'm
right now.
Scorpio.
My mama would not be proud of me right
Yeah,
now.
we can't
Like,
post
When you
this.
married, you could do. I agree with what Kasey
sorry, ma.
just said. When you married, sometimes you could just go ahead and just switch off the intimacy level and just get downright wild.
I felt that too.
You can be
Isn't
an
that
alien.
still-
You can be an alien
Nice
after you bust your
balance.
nut.
Isn't that still intimate? If you get wild,
Facts.
isn't that a different?
Fuck
Isn't
you
that
talking
a
about?
different type of
If you're with the
intimacy?
right person, yeah, everything
Isn't
can
that-
be intimate.
Exactly.
you know?
Isn't that a different type of intimacy? You might have to. You might not have to
You
do
said it right,
foreplay.
The right person, right?
You
But all I-
you
look,
might
but
not
I'ma
have to do
tell you the
foreplay.
key to it. If you lick the clit and you play with her nipples at the same time, it's a wrap.
Oh
That must be,
Wait.
that must be something.
Shout
he
out
do.
to you young ass niggas, you 13-year-old, 14-year-old ass niggas. Hey, my nigga, play with her nipples and lick
He's
that
saying that
clit.
because he liked his
said-
nipples
Just the top
touched.
part.
He said 14.
Yes, sir. Shout out all of my niggas that like that. Hey, yo, that shit delicious.
Wait a minute,
I
wait a
don't
minute.
give a
We
fuck.
have to delete this
That
whole
shit is
episode,
great.
man. I'm
Great.
so
We
fucking
Wait a minute,
fast.
this is
Yo.
Great Apes Cafe.
Music.
My DJ want me to wrap this up.
Oh, I
I
cannot
gotta go a little bit
believe
longer.
this.
Let me ask you this question.
I gotta drink some more to this shit right
I
here.
hate you.
I don't know how I feel about that
You're
commentary.
supposed to be first.
In any good relationship, sex should not be the priority of the relationship.
Yes,
However,
sir.
it's the
Yes,
energy.
fucking sir.
if you understand the energy,
What that mind do,
the
what that heart
synergy,
do.
what the heart do, what the mind do, what the mouth do.
The whole time.
Okay, so
Did he?
so speaking of energy, so we can kind of translate.
Energy.
So we can translate the conversation. How do y'all
My shit out, boy.
how do y'all feel? How do y'all feel about like energy between like friendly relationships? Like, how does energy affects one perception of somebody?
Shout out
else?
to Brian
You gotta be
Vasquez
specific.
from
What do
Escape
you mean?
Velocity. You
Does that
fucking
friendly-
fuck ass nigga. You
Does
bitch
that
ass
friendly
nigga.
relationship come with? Does it come with like what's does it come with?
SEX.
No, I'm just talking about like
Facts.
like
What are you talking about? What was the
what's
question?
what's the relationship I'm trying to talk about? What's the
Energy.
word I'm looking for?
Friends with benefits?
No.
Hey
Okay,
yo,
making
what I can
sure.
tell you though, song 17.
So a friend without doing
Huh.
shit. I
What?
can't remember what the
What's the
word
name
is,
of it?
but,
Love Not Lost.
like okay, so
Huh.
so to
Nigga.
speak.
I'm gonna pretend you didn't do that. I'm gonna
Yeah.
pretend you didn't do
Yeah.
that.
Who
though.
may be the
You
same
will.
sex?
I
You will.
love like my girlfriend
have
so
to be the
much, but
same
it's not
sex.
That's how you
gay.
feel.
But I'm
You
just
did
putting
say
it.
bromance.
I'm
Yeah.
just putting it.
Huh.
I have that with like girlfriends.
I'm just putting it into I'm just putting it into perspective as bromance, and I can bring music into the conversation. So like,
I love you,
If
bro.
you-
Smack him on the ass.
if you don't resonate someone with the same sense musically, like obviously, like you may or may not get along with them.
I felt
as a
I
friend.
felt that though.
So
I
like
feel like that's-
energy,
I'm gonna
energy
let
has.
you know right now. Let me interject. That sounds like a subliminal. Let me tell you something. When it comes to friendship, and camaraderie, if I don't fuck with you, I'm not gonna fuck with you.
I'm not gonna
Exactly.
fuck you.
That's what.
If you can't stimulate that energy on the level of friendship wise, I can't fuck with you. Like, it's just as simple. Like, I won't get that is. I can't agree. Like, what I'm getting at is, I don't care what sex you are. If you about to come around and cause some problems, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck, bro? What the fuck?
So even if
Here's the thing about it. Now I'm gonna touch on what you're saying. We are sources of energy, right? I always read this book, and I think they also made it a movie.
Chewbacca, shout out to Chewbacca.
Well, what I'm talking about,
sources of energy.
personally, is I'm talking about like the law of attraction. Like,
Yes,
if you
exactly.
think about positive,
I can't. That nigga. Why she sound like a monkey in my ear hole? Get your girl, bro.
hey, look. So, like, look, we think about the law of attraction. Like, what you think comes forth. Like, if you say, "Oh, I'm broke. I can't afford that. I'm broke." Eventually, you're gonna.
Eventually, we continue to be broke.
Like, the things that you project or the things that come back
Right, you
in
go,
the
you gonna
universe.
make friends with broke people.
Well, here's the thing about it is my mom always taught me this: is surround yourself with people. I learned this. Well, one thing she taught me when I was young: always hang around people that when she says they have something, like they have a goal, they have something that's going for them. If you hang around a bunch of broke ass people,
hang out with
you
people
gonna
that
be
are
broke
better
as
than
fuck.
yourselves, bro.
Right, and you don't have to necessarily mooch off people, and maybe they're doing better than you, but it's something for you to draw inspiration from.
Right.
And also for me, as I got older, was hang around people who have likeness, goals, and dreams and aspirations in mind. Because if you don't, the crowd, birds as a feather flock together. You understand what I'm saying?
Let me interject what he just said though, and I agree with my nigga what he just said.
What's my name?
Jarmilzy. AKA Day Day. What I'm getting at is this though. You gotta be careful of friends who they say to your friends.
Even they got what?
Because they may have pretend gestures of admiration or hidden agenda.
Oh, bring up the instance where you're
Like,
talking about me.
Let me tell you something. I
loyalty.
question even my own friend. My best friend is my producer. Even he may have pretend gestures of admiration and hidden agendas. And I have what's called a plan if he does.
See, I don't. I be fucking myself.
Contingency plan.
They got one of them confidential files.
I'm on my Batman.
So, for instance, we had a conversation earlier off camera about like how I won't drop names, but I protected a friend based on what other people said.
I respect. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna give you this, and I ain't gonna give him too much cookies and points.
Right? Don't drop names now.
He
Don't
got
drop
3
names.
cups and he spilled motherfucking drink twice.
Fuck you.
Well, we'll get 3 times. But anyway,
What 3 times?
You got 3 cups. You got 3 cups. There's 3 strikes, nigga.
And I'm gonna be wrapping this up soon. But hear me out. I'm not worried about what my friends say in my face. Timmy, you're awesome. We love you. Blah 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 blah. Fuck all that shit.
What you saying now?
What do you say in my absence?
Mm.
What do you say behind my back?
Mhm.
He already know what I'm about to say.
That's how I feel.
What do a friend say behind when I'm not there?
Exactly.
Is he gonna
Do you defend me when people talk shit
even
about
when you know I'm in the
Shut it
wrong?
down.
Right.
Exactly.
I'm gonna defend this nigga even
Right.
when I know
Exactly.
plenty of times.
And we
I
had
know-
this-
I can name a list of plenty of times.
We had this instance
I know
I know
earlier.
Jamel like what the fuck?
We
So
had
what
this-
happened?
We had this instance earlier, and I was talking to Token while you weren't present. Like
A list.
I still protected my mans, even though my other mans had a disagreement with
Let
my
me ask you
mans.
this question though, and this is very, very, very important. Will he do the same for you?
No, nigga. No.
ABC. I don't even know ABC like that because he damn sure ABC when he spilled this fucking alcohol. But the
Hey,
sick
3
when I
cups,
get,
nigga. ABC.
bro. But he gained cool points because I judge a person based on their character, right? Not the contents of their skin and shit like that, but the contents of their character. So Martin Luther King shit. And this nigga literally was like, well, that's my guy. I gotta like kind of calm it down. When he did that, I knew from there that he's somebody I can resonate with. He didn't harbor pretend gestures of admiration or hidden agendas. And I fuck with him.
Because I see it,
Bim.
I see it this way. Like I can be friends with multiple people, but say if my peoples have a problem with other people who are my people, I can still have a relationship with them, but not bring those
Let me
two
tell you something,
together.
It's hard
Yeah,
though.
exactly.
I got my best friend.
It's like playing devil's.
like
I have my
too.
best friend in a very compromised.
It's like playing devil's
situation.
advocate.
No, and I'm about to end this on. Give me like 3 more minutes, Aaron. DJ Barbarian. Hear me out. I have a friend.
Big
right?
AA Rod.
I have a friend.
Sure.
I'm no longer associated with a. Is that really a friend?
Hey yo, shout out,
We
the
got
fucking
it.
shout
question.
out DJ Barbarian in the background, bro. He been really keeping it.
DJ Barbarian
Skrilla,
holds it
bro.
the fuck
Yo,
down.
that's my
Yo, we
producer.
Shout out
That's
them
my
boys
best
right
friend,
there,
B.
bro.
And for
Shout out
him,
them boy.
we gon-
What a dude. Nigga
Hey, let
make
me-
beats.
Hey, but look here.
This nigga's a TG. This nigga a
Nigga, you gonna know
videographer.
one
Hit us with the hee. Hit us with
Shut
the
up,
hee.
nigga. Fuck you talking about?
Yo, shout out the man in the background.
he
Shout out the man in the background.
Hey,
He
but
been
check
doing
this out
crazy.
though, man. Like, hey, we gonna close it out with this, and I'm gonna take Timothy's spot real quick. Mell. This is Great Apes Cafe. Shout out DJ Barbarian. Shout out Ted Token.
Yeah, he been
Casey.
creeping his Skrilla.
Everybody.
Even Amari.
AB,
even
hey,
Mark,
Amari,
ugly
shout out to
ass in
you.
here.
Shout out to
Yo.
Mark. And we gonna close out, man. You got
Let me-
anything to say?
Let me thank
Much fucking
let me
love,
thank
boy.
Big Tim and DJ Barbarian.
All right, thank you for your thoughts, sir.
ABC fuck it up. Okay.
We ready to go
Right,
and close out. Nigga, you make sure you got a bib.
A bib.
You got, make sure you got some napkins under your shit.
Who invited my nigga ABC 123 on the show?
Cause a nigga need
Cause
a
my
damn.
nigga done dropped the damn cup on the rest.
Papa. The nigga say he Hispanic. That's
Hey,
tres.
look,
Nigga,
nigga
tres.
had to rest, and guess what? He was dressed off. He had to be cut off from the alcohol because the nigga spilled alcohol 3 times on him.
But my cup
What up,
still
bro,
full.
my cup?
But my
I-
cup still
I-
full.
That
But
shit-
my cup still full.
That shit full of water.
But my cup still full.
I'm full of ice.
Juicy juice, nigga. You got fucking.
Hey, shout out to Welch
Capri
and
Sun.
Snap.
Yeah, and you spilled it, nigga. And he go off
I'm
of
out.
me.
And I'm out.
And he go off of me. He go
And a nigga done.
off of me.
This motherfucker great. Hey, look. If you don't like what I say,
Look
do
at all that
something,
juice
bitch.
on the wall, on the fucking floor, man.
Man,
Look
the
at all
juice
that
on the
juice
table.
on
Look
the
at this. A nigga
table.
If you really know me,